Howdy, folks. I'm fixing to tell y'all about Texas, nicknamed the Lone Star State.
I'm particularly fond of these. I pulled them out of a place on Midgard called Texas.
Don't mess with Texas?
That's the message.
I'm Walker, and I'm Texas Ranger.
Anything for Salinas.
Welcome to this week's episode of Texas Slang for Crazy. This week we're discussing the art of Bob Daddy-O Wade. Just before Christmas of 2019, Texas artist Bob Daddy-O Wade passed away, leaving a hole as big as the giant cowboy boot sculpture he was known for. He was born Robert Schroep Wade on January 6, 1942 in Austin, Texas. As his dad was a hotel manager, Bob grew up in multiple cities across Texas, giving him a chance to learn the state that would later be the center of his passion. He'd end up in El Paso for high school, spending time in Juarez, Mexico to give his hot rod a custom design. He wanted to show off in his high school's car club. With slicked back hair, a custom Ford Crown Victoria hot rod, and an attitude to match, his fraternity brothers nicknamed him Daddy-O. The nickname would stick. Bob Wade continued to study, focusing on sculpture and picking up his style from local Austin artists. He went from UT to Berkeley to get his master's degree, but California couldn't contain him. He returned to Texas to teach in places like Dallas, Waco, and northern Texas. His artwork was legendary. The world's largest cowboy boots are probably his most well-known piece to locals in San Antonio. At Christmas, they are decorated with light-up stars. The larger-than-life piece originally sat on an empty lot in Washington, D.C. near the White House. The former developers of the North Star Mall in San Antonio bought the 40-foot-tall boots and installed them in front. These boots won a Guinness World Record in 2016. You'll see a lot of their pictures on our page, including the Christmas message you would have seen. He made a giant iguana named Iggy for the Lone Star Cafe in New York, but a legal battle with the local neighborhood association eventually got it removed. This iguana was later bought by the Fort Worth Zoo and now sits on the animal hospital. He even made a giant Airstream trailer with an iguana head, which became known as the Iguanamobile, an alligator out of Altoid tins, and a two-headed longhorn for the top of a barbecue restaurant. He made an armadillo with a rainbow band around his middle for the Facebook offices in Austin, the Pride Dillo. His art was loved by those who had never stepped foot in an art gallery, as well as those who spent a good deal of time in them. Bob Wade passed away after spending months suffering from heart issues. He was survived by his wife, Lisa Wade. She has announced that there will be a memorial event Sunday, January 15th, 2020, from 3 to 5 p.m. at Ranch 616 at 616 Nueces Street in Austin. A book of his art entitled Daddy-O's Big Book of Big Ass Art will be released in July 2020. Thank you for listening. You can find pictures of his art on TX Slang for Crazy on our Instagram, Texas Slang for Crazy on our Facebook, and the Twitter is back at SlangTX. Also feel free to email us at txslangforcrazy@gmail.com, and thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate and subscribe.